Hey everyone, this is LordDavon from the ECF forums, and today I am bringing you, I was just vaping on that, the Cyclone Vornado from gotvapes.com. I got a few of them here. I got this one which has Taste of Heaven in it. I've got this one that's empty and this one that's empty. This is a new, I guess it's a CE3 style cartomizer from gotvapes.com. Now the cool part is it comes in this little sleeve. You can get them individually, but it comes in this little plastic, little taggy thingy with two of the Vornados, and it comes with this really nifty variable voltage pass-through device. Now, you plug it into your USB port. I never plug anything direct into my computer. I keep a USB 2.0 hub fully powered on the side of here so I can plug stuff in without frying my computer. So this is the little pass-through, and this is what I want to talk about first because this is really cool. Of course it's not, it's not a battery. You can't unplug it and use it, but it is variable voltage. I believe it goes, let me click over here and get some notes going. It goes between 3.3, 3.7, and 4.0 volts. I haven't tested it. I have no idea whether or not it will show those results or not. But it does come with one of the Vornados on it. And it looks like so in the packaging. And you don't want to cram them on too tight. The inner tube is very thin. If you do that, it will crack and start leaking. And I'm going to show you the basic components of the Vornado. It is something that could be modded really easy to get more vapor. And I'll show you the basic components. You can take them apart to clean them. You don't need to. You can just put them in some water, it'll fill, shake it up and flick it out just like you do everything else. It is a bottom coil, but it has wicks on each side of the bottom coil. So that's the Vornado at 3.2. I get my little purple flash, that's 3.7. And red would be 4.0. Now, people are complaining that they get a kind of plasticky taste, maybe a metallic taste from it, something that's not all that fantastic. And it is understandable. If I hold it on, hold it down and take a really long draw with this, I will get that kind of burnt taste. The inner tube doesn't seem to wick 100%. Now, it doesn't mean that they're all going to do that, but there is some quick remedies to the Vornado. I recommend everybody get this just for the pass-through. These are under 30 bucks, and you get this neat, nifty little pass-through. And it is a 510 connector, so if you want to put your favorite thing on it, can you go in my bag and grab my my eGo case? It's in the zipper. My daughter. You can put like a a cartomizer on here. Put a fleximizer on here, the best of the cartomizers, and no vape. It's nice, you can sit at your desk and kick back. Thank you. My daughter is my secretary today, my assistant. There we go. Got in here, because I brought him to work with me, I have Stardusts. Pop that on there. It looks like it belongs. Now, in my Stardust review, I did mention that these things do scream for a variable voltage. I was right. that one's not going. Okay, well, I think I broke one. Let's try another. Yeah, that's better. I love the Stardust. Anyway, the Vornado is a really cool little kit. These aren't for me. I'm not a big fan of the whistle tip. Also, I'm trying to not have to mod something when I get it in, but when they do get modded, they work actually pretty well. Now, one thing I recommend is if you're going to sit at your desk and puff on this, take the little mouthpiece off. Don't turn it upside down, but take the little mouthpiece off. You get a much better draw. With it on, you get a slight whistle. Yeah, this isn't bad. It's not going to be something in my arsenal, but it probably could be for a lot of people. Once you get rid of those dry hits, they work out pretty well. Now I'm going to put it down, so I'm going to put my little whistle tip in there. And I don't think you can tell, but I did open the hole in the mouthpiece a little bit more. And I want to break one of these things down for you. So there is a little O-ring in the base. There are two little tabs on the side. If you take a look, we've got a tab there, and we've got a tab right there. Push it in a little bit, pull it down, and it will come out. It's a little plastic O-ring. Then you can grab it and pull the center out. And what you're left with is you got your little whistle tube. You can make your holes bigger, do whatever you want to do to mod it right there. And then you've got the atomizer and the tube. And this is where you get your air from. Your airflow comes out of here. It soaks up the juice in the wicks. And it's a little bit too thin of a tube. This one's actually already got a crack in it, so it started leaking. Let's see if you can see the crack. Right there. You can see the little crack right there. That's all it took to get this one to leak. But these little slots in here, if you take it apart before you crack it, can be made a little bit bigger. If you make them bigger, it'll work better, which means you'll get a much better flavor. You won't get that dry hit. You won't get that little metallic or whatever taste. Put the tube back on it. You just push it right on and through. It just sits right on in. And then you pop your O-ring back on. Make sure you do the big side down. And what I mean by big side is you can see that this has a little plastic little tabby there. And the little tab is a thick part and then a really thin part. Maybe you can see it better there. It's kind of on an angle. You want the wider part to be on the outer edge. Line it up with your do you want to know why it got cracked? Alright. Line it up with your plastic and push it on. You should get yourself some forceps if you don't have them. And it just pops back on. I like the forceps because I can open it up. You can also use needle nose pliers. I have those too. Got a little Leatherman. Pop it back in and it works. This one's cracked anyway. But That's the Cyclone Vornado. It is a 2.6 to 2.8 ohm. I didn't test it. It works on everything. It actually does look good on some of your mods that are out there. My variable voltage. I can pop it on there with my little 510 to eGo. And if it's nice. Whoa, this is at 6.6 volts. Don't do that. Oh, wow. Give me my drink. Thank you, sweetie. Oh, iced tea, much better. I'll make it down a little bit to about, let's see, about 4.2 volts. Yeah, that's good. So that's the Cyclone Vornado. It is a whistle tip with a mouthpiece. You will want to make it a little bigger because it's true to the whistle. It will whistle when you suck on it. It's from Got Vapes. It's pretty good. Not the best in the world for me. Might be for you. The Pass-Thru is fantastic. Brought it into work, vaped all day at my desk. It's pretty cool. They came out with one of these with a little battery attachment. It would be absolutely fantastic. But it's worth the money. It's worth checking out the Vornado for. It's easy to use, plugs into your USB port, and if you've got one that you take everywhere with you, it's perfect. The Vornado. Alright, this is LordDavon, and I'm signing out.